Hey everyone! Well, we're here, we're back, and today we have another anti-MLM video. For this video, we are doing top fails number 6. I have an eclectic array of videos that I am very excited to react to, and I have a few pictures as well, so it will be a nice buffet of MLM content, if you will. Thank you to those of you who sent me any of these videos and or pictures, and if you ever run across content in your day-to-day life of a Hun being absolutely ridiculous, I do have an email below that you can send that to. I'm very excited for this video today. I think there are some really good and very, it's gonna get on your nerves, some of these videos, especially the one that I'm saving for the end. You will very much really want to see that one if you want to feel like you're banging your head against the wall because you don't understand how people can act like this. So if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really, really like it, please subscribe. Make sure to check out my description below for all my fun links. I have links to join my Patreon or my channel members if you'd like to support me there. I also have links to my social medias and an anti-MLM playlist, which has almost 150 videos at this point. So with all of that said, let's get started.
What's up, my friends? Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone had an awesome day yesterday celebrating the 4th of July. Jumping on here today because I want to chat with you guys about a topic that I think is really important, that there is a lot of misinformation on out there, because I want to make sure that you feel super aligned and confident with the network marketing company that you're with, right? There are so many solid, great network marketing companies out there. And there's also so much noise on social media right now about, what company is the best, right? And I want to help you feel solid in the decisions that you've made when it comes to partnering with your network marketing company. Okay. So if you are jumping on and joining me live today, just say what's up down below so I can say hey back. And if you're catching the replay, drop a replay down in the comments. Okay. So the three factors that matter most when evaluating a network marketing company, and these might surprise you guys, okay, is number one, community, okay? So I'm going to go into detail on all these in a second. Number one, community. Number two, product. And number three, business systems, okay? Now, you might notice I did not include compensation plan, and I'm going to tell you why in a few minutes, okay? So let's start with community. If you are not in a place where it feels like home, right? Like where you don't feel aligned with the people that you're working with, it's never going to work. I'm going to be very, very honest with you, right?
But that's the thing, isn't it supposed to be your own business? You're supposed to work with your own community, but it's not. You're supposed to work for the people that recruited you, for the people who recruited you, who recruited them. You are supposed to feel comfortable in that aspect of working hard, loving the group that you're in so that you never leave, but yet you're supposed to be your own business owner and create your own community with that. So it's very contradictory that you need to join an MLM for the community aspect of it. People don't apply to certain companies or want to get hired at certain jobs because of the people that work there. Maybe certain people do. Maybe somebody sees that someone has a tattoo and they're like, oh my god, they have tattoos, I have tattoos, I need to work here also because we will clearly get along. No, they do it because A, they need money, and B, maybe that place is offering really good pay. They have a really good starting salary, or they have a higher hourly rate than most people. So saying that, like, don't look at the compensation plan. So don't look at places that maybe offer you a higher commission, so you would get more money based off of more sales that you do and how much product you sell. Even though, again, it's a network marketing business, it's an MLM, meaning that the way to make money is through recruitment, but certain MLMs do offer more in the way of commission. So I do think that the compensation plan can be something that people should look at, because that's also how you get paid. So to not look at the compensation plan is kind of silly to me, because that's like how they get paid.
So that doesn't mean that you can't create your own community and your own culture, because you absolutely can, right? Like if you are a leader, you can create community and culture that does feel aligned with you. But if you're somebody that is maybe very new to this profession, or maybe you don't feel like your leadership skills are super solid, yet you need to make sure that you are aligning in a place where the community feels like home. Okay. So that's number one. How many of you guys feel like you're in a place where the community feels like home? Just put a home down into the comments. Okay. Number two is solid product. Now, this is really, really important. And I think a lot of people will talk more about comp plan sometimes than product, and they have this totally wrong. Okay. And the reason for that is this. Okay. The product is the foundation to everything. Okay. So remember that, yes.
I guess the product gets people interested in that specific MLM. I can understand that. And I believe that she's probably going to go on to say, like, you have to be passionate about the product that you're selling. Otherwise, there's no point. So the product needs to be important. But again, the product can kind of be anything. And as long as you're a good salesperson, you can sell anything. And it's just a sales job. So the product really doesn't mean anything if you're not good at selling. Even if you are super passionate about what the product is and you genuinely like it, if you're not good at sales and you have nobody who you can recruit and nobody joins underneath you, you're not going to make any money.
Yes, you're selling a business opportunity, right? But there's thousands and thousands of business opportunities out there. So you have to be so solid in the product that you're selling, right? You have to be sure that it's made a difference in your life. You have to be sure that and confident that it's safe and that it's good for people and that it's making a big difference in other people's lives, right? If you don't feel super solid in the product, no comp plan is going to save you, honey. Okay. No comp plan is going to save you if you don't feel super, super solid in the product. It is the foundation to everything that we do in this industry. Okay. Number three is systems. Now, this is one of those things that, yes, you can either join a team and a company that has systems in place. And that's honestly what I would recommend, because you're going to have a much easier time, right? When you join something where there are solid systems in place and you know exactly what to do.
Right, so you just do something that everybody else before you has done in the hope that you also will be as successful as the people telling you to do it. Every MLM uses the same systems. There's no difference in the systems that they use. It's, send messages to 100 people, make sure to be posting daily on your stories and on your feed and on your Facebook feed and talking to your friends and family and, loving the product every second of every day. It's all the same systems across every MLM because they all pull and take and give and receive and they all use the same. It's all the same. It doesn't matter what the product is, doesn't matter what the comp plan says, doesn't matter what the systems are. They're all the same. They're all under the umbrella of MLM, just trying to recruit people.
Okay. How many of you guys feel like you're in a place where you have solid systems? Put a 1 in the comments.
Oh my goodness, this 1 in the comments, 2 in the comments, home in the comments. I get why they do this. It's to boost in the algorithm, so it makes it seem like the video is getting a lot of attention, but when you just look at the comments and it's just 1s and 2s and 1s and 2s, I mean, I guess the algorithm doesn't know any different, but it's like, that's not helpful information.
How many of you guys feel like this is something that you need to work on and create? Put a 2 in the comments. Okay. So solid systems, super important. It's going to help you have results faster. It's going to help you get people results faster, which is equally as important. Now, systems are one of those things that can be built, right? And I have a entire 4-day challenge, right, where I talk about systems and duplication. If you guys don't have access to that yet, put a challenge in the comments and I will send that to you if you're somebody that needs to create systems in your business. Okay. But if you are, looking to join something, or maybe you're somewhere and you love the products, you love the community, but there's no system in place, you got to get that created. Okay. Now, let me tell you why I did not highlight comp plan here. And this is really important because of all of the foolishness that I see happening on social media.
I'm really curious if she's talking about a lot of MLMers moving to Q Sciences. I know a lot of Monate Huns have been moving to Q Sciences, and Q Sciences has arguably one of the simplest comp plans. It doesn't have like pages and pages like a lot of them do. Like, it is one clean one pager, but it still doesn't matter because it's still all about recruitment. So it doesn't matter how pretty and easy and simple it looks. The core of it all is still you need to recruit people, and the product kind of doesn't really mean anything.
This industry, it's very, very important, you guys, that we understand this, because there's tons of noise on social media, right, about best comp plan. You
Then call them out. Say which one. Make an example. Point out an example of why they're saying this is a better comp plan than, say, this other MLM out there. I mean, most MLMs, I believe, give a 25% commission when you sell the product and or 25% commission when you buy the product yourself. Monate, I believe they give 50%, but their stuff is a little more on the pricey side, so it probably equals out to about the same, but it all depends. I mean, yes, every comp plan is different, but I also have an issue with the comp plans. They make them so complicated. We've done comp plan videos where like people spend like 20 to 30 minutes explaining exactly how you make money in this business. They could just make it very simple and not make it complicated, but of course people would probably shy away from even joining if they didn't make it complicated.
make so much money, et cetera, right? If you guys seen that, put a 3 in the comments if that's something you see out there. Now, here's the truth, you guys. Most network marketing companies that are good companies have solid compensation plans, okay? They normally have about the same amount of money that they're playing with that they can pay out to the field, and it's normally paid out in different ways in different companies. But most companies that are solid are paying out their people well, okay? So
I'm gonna have to disagree with that, because then the income disclosure statements of these so-called good network marketing companies would be actually paying their people well.
to me, that is less of an issue, right? Like if you find a place that you love and you can be aligned with, and it's a good, solid company with good products, you're going to get paid, you guys. Okay. So stop obsessing over the percentages and all that junk, right? You're going to get paid. The other thing too, is that there's always going to be something new, right? There's always going to be some company that comes out with something new and they're going to say, this is the best comp plan ever created. And then there's going to be another one that comes out with something new and says, this is the best comp plan ever created. There's always going to be change.
Yeah, it's a way to get people to jump from one MLM to the next, bringing along their downlines and certain people who may have been maybe in the middle of the comp plan, or yeah, I guess comp plan, sure, in the middle of the ranking system in one MLM. If they jump to the new one, then now they're at the top. So of course they're going to switch. And yes, I guess they have to make the comp plan look better and make it look like they are the one to join because you can make more money in this one. So it is a nice shiny gift, as we like to call it. They make it sound pretty, they make it look pretty, but when you open it up, it's the same pair of socks that you have received every time you join a new MLM.
Changes in compensation.
By the way, there's nothing wrong with getting socks for a gift. I love getting socks.
Plans in companies, right? There's always going to be.
But there is a problem with getting the same pair of socks every single time you expect something new.
Enhancements done to make sure that companies are staying competitive, right? So for the most part, my opinion is that comp plans are pretty much similar across the boards, right? There's going to be better things about different ones.
I would agree with that. They just make it look pretty, but really, and yes, certain MLMs, like, I mean, we're seeing a lot of MLMs are just coming out with products that other MLMs had. Like with the Pure Romance video that I just did a week ago, we saw that they're getting into the essential oils and they're getting into the vitamins and supplements, which, you know, crosses over to Beachbody and Young Living and doTERRA. So they're just trying to compete with other MLMs out there so that people maybe jump ship to their MLM. It's a mess. And again, all the product, they don't matter.
But if you're with a good company, you're going to get paid. Okay. So the 3 things that you really want to focus on is community, products, and systems. And if you feel like you have all 3 of those, you're in a good spot, right? Blinders on, you guys, full speed ahead. And if you,
wow, that really describes people telling people in MLMs what to do. Blinders on, full speed ahead. Just ignore everything else that's going around you. You might see red flags, but as long as you got your blinders on, they go away pretty quickly and you can ignore them very easily. That's what they want you to do. It's just, oh, well, you have all three of those things. Just keep going. Even if you've made absolutely no money, you have a system, you believe you have a good product, and you love your community. It doesn't matter. They just want you to keep going. They just want you to put your head down, work hard, stay in the MLM.
Feel like that maybe you are not solid in one of those three places. Maybe it's time that you go and create something for your people, right? If that can be created, or maybe it's time that you truly do look for something that feels in more alignment with you. Okay. So with all the noise in the industry, with people changing companies and talking about their thing being the best and this thing being the best, I want you to understand what it is that you truly need to be successful. And then I want you to feel super confident in what you have. Put your foot on the gas pedal and go full speed ahead. Okay. Let me know if you guys got value from this today. Just drop a value down in the comments. Great to see all of you guys again. Hope you had a fantastic 4th of July. Hope you have a great week, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Bye, MLM lady. Okay, so for her specifically, she, I believe, is a network marketing coach, or she just teaches people in any network marketing business and any MLM. So she is not loyal to one specific MLM, I do not believe, but she runs a course. And I don't want you to be surprised, but the course is $47. So she is charging people who need to have systems in place and who need to, maybe figure something out. So she's charging people more money, which they're already spending a bunch in their own MLM, and can probably get all that information more than likely in something within their Facebook group of their MLM for free. Well, I said for free, but they've already paid the starter kit and all the other things. So they've already paid money, but she's charging $47 for a course. And what she teaches is the No BS Attraction Marketing Challenge. Clean up your social profiles to attract your dream team. Create content that stops the scroll and gets people reaching out to you for more info. Grow your audience for free and never run out of people to talk to. Learn the 3 systems you'll need for downline duplication. Weird how all 4 of these have nothing to do with selling a product, but I don't think any of us are surprised. And something else she had on her website was she had this one screenshot that somebody sent her at 5:49 a.m. saying, "I'm blown away. I've never had so many people in my inbox asking what I'm doing before." Exploding head emoji. Now, this sounds great and it may look good, but just because you have people in your inbox asking you what you're doing doesn't mean that you're making any sort of sales or getting any recruits. You can have 1,000 people a day asking you what you're doing, but like we say all the time, if nobody's buying from you and nobody's joining underneath you, you're not making any money. Okay, so this next video is somebody wanting to talk about myths or misconceptions in the MLM world.
Hey, I am excited about a new segment I have, and it's called MLM Mythbusters. I have a whole pile of myths that I am debunking each week, or maybe not each week, but I'm going to be throwing them out there here and there. And I don't think it's more appropriate to start this one with this myth that you have to be wearing all the stuff 24/7 in order to have success in a network marketing business.
Is that a myth? Is that a myth that you have to be wearing the merch of your company basically in order to be successful? I understand buying the product and having it and showing it off and using it. That's one thing. And I guess if you have a clothing MLM such as Savvy or LuLaRoe or Zaya, where it makes sense to be wearing that, but to have to wear the merch that says the name of your company on you all the time in order to be successful, I don't know if I have heard anybody say that, but maybe she's been told that before and she wants to be the first one to debunk that myth. She's the first one to come up with it and the only one to say it. But hey, debunk this myth. Have any of you heard this before or were told this when you were in an MLM? Because I don't know. I've watched a lot of stuff, a lot of things, and I don't know if I've ever heard anybody in an MLM say that to be successful, you have to wear the merch of your company 24/7. I understand the product, like, well, Colorstry, again, I understand the ones where there's that, but like something like Pottery, which is a pet MLM, I don't think they have, any merch besides what she decided to buy and purchase, which is funny because she's trying to say you don't have to wear it, as she's, has a hat and a shirt. But yeah, I just don't know if I have ever heard this specific myth before.
The hats, the shirts. I mean, I have it all. I have a face mask. I have flip-flops that when you walk in the sand, it leaves imprint of pottery on it. I have, did I say sunglasses already? I have tons of t-shirts. I don't think I have socks or pants. That might be the only thing, but I have jackets. I have so many jackets. I have bags. I have handbags. I have packing bags. I have a suitcase. I mean, I have it everywhere. And do I have to wear it 24/7 to be successful? That's the myth I'm debunking today.
I mean, but you're admitting that you have every single merch item that your company sells or probably gives away sometimes as like free promotion and stuff. But I mean, you don't have to wear any of it to be successful. I just haven't heard this before.
No, you do not have to wear all the things, do all the things 24/7.
Well, you do have to do all the things 24/7. Maybe not wear a shirt that says Beachbody on it 24/7, but you better be promoting Beachbody 24/7 in some way.
Does it help? Certainly it helps have conversations. And
Okay, so you don't have to, but it's beneficial for you to do it. I mean, I think anybody would be aware that you don't have to do it. You don't have to, of course, but yet it's beneficial to do it. So you probably should do it.
helps. So can you? Yes, you can, but do you have to? No, my success did not come from me wearing all the things, having it all wrapped around my car. I don't have one of those. I don't have my logo or anything on my car. I don't have it at my house. I don't have signs in my house. I don't typically wear this stuff every day. But do I on occasion? Yes, I do. And why is that? Because sometimes the occasion merits it. Just like a sports fan, right? If they're going to a sports game or if they have something, they're really excited because there's a fun game that's on, they're going to be wearing all the things, right? They probably have the tattoo, they have the shirt, they have the hat, they have is it a koozie, the thing that you put the soda in, or your alcoholic beverage, something to keep your whatever. I think it's a koozie. Of course, they have those, they use those, and they're going to be excited because that's.
Yeah, having memorabilia and stuff for your favorite sports team is definitely different than having memorabilia and merch for a company that you claim is yours, but it's not, and you're actually just promoting that you are a part of a pyramid scheme and you would like people to join up for the scam that you also fell for. Two different things, supporting a team and being excited for your team and paying to go to a baseball game and showing support and being there in that atmosphere is a lot different than paying a starter kit and believing that you are a business owner. Very different.
What they're excited, they're passionate about it. So I would just ask, it might not be for you, and you certainly don't have to have it to be successful, but don't knock other people that want to do it, that want to wear all the things and wear it 24/7, because they're just passionate about something, just as you might be passionate about a game or a sports team, they are as well. So don't knock it, but also understand you don't have to do that.
So the misconception is that you don't have to wear it all the time, but don't knock people who wear it all the time. They just want to do that because they're supporting their local sports team. I don't know why I found that funny. For a lot of misconceptions, I feel like this is the first one to say, like, no, you don't have to do that, but do people do it and you should leave them alone for wanting to do it? Yes. So if someone is around somebody who does it all the time, I don't know. Hey, if they want to wear that, that's on them. I think it's kind of interesting, the people who wear, the company they work for, like, unless it is a part of a uniform, that's a little different. But, like, they are doing it because it's not just a way to, like, show support. It is a way to get people to ask you what that is so that you can hopefully get them to buy from you and or be recruited underneath you. So it's a talking point to get people to talk to you and to trap them. It's like a web. It's like a spider's web. The merch is a spider's web for MLMers.
to be successful in a network marketing company. So if you have other questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can find the links below. And I have a blog too, where I'll be covering some of these Mythbusters as well. But I'm excited to be doing this more and more and sharing all the opposites as well. What are some myths I can debunk, but also what does create a successful network marketing company? So stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching.
Well, I'd say bye, Padre Lady. I would say that I did learn something. I learned a new myth that I have never heard before, and I can only assume that she has been asked this specifically, so she thought that maybe everybody else out there in other MLMs or just in the network marketing world has also experienced this. But yeah, that was a first for me. So funny enough, the Padre Lady said, I don't have a wrap on my car. I don't do that. One of my Patreon members sent me this photo with the caption, saw this when leaving work. What in the MLM hell is this? And it is a truck that is for Tupperware. It says Tupperware with Melissa. Catalogs on board. I guess that's one way to promote your MLM. Funny enough, just the other day when I was out running errands, I saw this Avon car, and this car was completely like from hood to trunk covered in Avon. I only was like comfortable enough to like take a quick photo as I was like walking by, but it was completely covered in Avon. They have their Facebook on there, their Instagram, their website, their phone number. And I just was thinking when I saw both of these pictures is I understand that it can be a tax write-off because they're advertisements, but there is no way that people make that much money to even need to have this for a tax write-off in their MLM business. And let's say they do. Let's say they make great money and they are able to use it as a tax write-off. It is such an eyesore and totally 100% completely not worth a tax write-off. And I will also say it is a nice giant red flag of who you should avoid and what car and or truck you should drive far, far away from.
Hi, friends. I feel so inspired. And do you ever feel so inspired and you're like, I need to pass a message on, or I need to pass on something I've learned, because you're like, if it's like lighting me up, hopefully, right, it'll light you up too. So first and foremost, I'm coming to you from a very bare couch because I will be shampooing carpets and couches today. So thank you for your recommendations on carpet cleaner. I'm very grateful. But that's not what I want to share with you today. So today I want to talk about something kind of small that is like turned into something really big. So every single Monday, most of you know, or I hope that you know, that I am a coach. I am a Beachbody coach. I have been coaching for 6 years, and I started my journey because as a busy professional, as a busy human resource professional, I had sort of let my fitness and nutrition go because I was so focused on everybody else, helping everybody else. And I got to this point in life where I was very successful. I had an amazing significant other, and I just wasn't feeling fulfilled. And I knew that it starts inside. And so I came back to fitness and nutrition. I actually had a sorority sister who was a coach. And so I said, I want to sign up. I want to sign up as a coach because I want the discount. I want more accountability. And here we are 6 years later. So on my coach journey, I, for many, many years, was a coach and a professional at the same time. And I was earning like a great supplemental income. But the thing is, back then I didn't need money. Like I didn't coach for the money. I coached because I wanted the accountability, and then I fell in love with my results so much that I just wanted to pay it forward. I'm like, I need other busy women to know this is out there. Like, if I can do it, you can do it type thing, right? And I will never forget when I made the decision that I wanted coaching to be more for me than just like a supplemental income hobby type side.
So she's probably gonna say, I made it full time. If it wasn't about the money and you truly just wanted to help people and share about it, then why do it full time? If it's not about the money and you truly just want to help people, then why do it full time? Because it is about the money. They always make it such a negative thing if it is about the money. And maybe they do that because they don't want people to be so focused on the money, because more than likely they won't see any money. So if you put a focus on the money, then you are more likely to leave the MLM because you're not seeing money. But yet they also focus on money and how this can change lives, and it can be your full-time job. It can replace your income. It can, have you stay home with your children, all the, buzzwords that they use. So they make it about money, but then they also turn around and say that it's not about the money. I'll just never understand that.
Side gig, side hustle, if you will. I learned that I really needed to start investing in personal development. I needed to really start investing in my mind, and I needed to start learning more about treating my hobby as a business. And one of the things, and this is the thing that I wanted to share with you today, and it's a seemingly small thing that has made such a big difference, is I recognized that the company provided us with what is called the National Wake Up Call. So every single Monday, it does not matter if it's a holiday, every single Monday throughout the year, the National Wake Up Call comes to us live as coaches. It happens to be at 8 o'clock in the morning, my time. And what that call is all about is it has company-wide recognition, it has company-wide announcements, and then it also has a speaker. And generally, it's a guest speaking coach. Sometimes it's a member of our super trainers, or maybe one of our doctors, or whatever. But often it's a coach.
So how is that great? I mean, I understand for certain people to have it be on holidays, it's nice because, you may not be at work and then you can be there and watch it during a holiday. But that means that people have to work on that holiday. And isn't the whole point that, if you want to take holidays off, because a lot of corporations take holidays off, it's actually very normal. But no, instead you have to be there and give this motivational speech and see, look, they're there doing it on a holiday, so you should be able to do it every single day, and you should also be able to work on holidays too. If these people can do it, you can do it too. That just sounds like a mind thing to me, is that when you work on holidays, it should be if you're truly running your own business, if you want to take a holiday off, you should be able to. And they should set an example that, hey, we actually, since we're all business owners, we should all understand this. We take holidays off. It would make sense. But no, in an MLM, of course it doesn't make sense. It's just another way to manipulate.
This morning it was a coach, and she was incredible. But what I'm telling you is, I remember when I wanted to make coaching, I was like, I think I want to be a coach when I grow up, because I love this so much more than my full-time job. What do I need to do to start growing my business so that I can consider possibly leaving my job, right? So the National Wake Up Call was one of those things where I was like, every Monday I am going to commit to listening to the National Wake Up Call. Let me take a drink real quick. Now back then, I had a really long commute to work. Ooh, that is good. I mixed strawberry lemonade with lemon. Back then I had a really long commute to work. So when I started investing in personal development, I would listen to it on audio. So on my way home from work, because by the time the National Wake Up Call would come on in the morning, I'd already be at work. So on my way home from work on Mondays, I would listen to the replay of the National Wake Up Call. And I would be so inspired by the coach speaker. I would get some incredible ideas from the coach speaker. And I would just be so jazzed to come home on a Monday night and focus on my business, work my business. Because back then, that's when I did it. It would be early morning, in the cracks of my day, at lunch, after work. That.
In the cracks of my day. Not the nooks and crannies, just the cracks.
That's when I would work my coaching business. And I remember telling myself, and I remember making this commitment to myself. I said, it will be my goal to get to listen to this National Wake Up Call live and be present and be able to absorb it. That was one of my first goals. So when I can do this business, full time, I will make sure that I listen to the National Wake Up Call live every single week. And as I was listening to the National Wake Up Call Live today, I was actually walking the dogs while I was listening to it this morning. And I was just so inspired. I was in my coach group chat and I'm like, oh my gosh, this call is so fire. Oh my gosh, this is gold. Like, oh my gosh, it was such a good call. I had this moment where I just stopped and it almost brings tears to my eyes. I just stopped and I looked around, and here I'm walking the dogs. It's beautiful. We're in monsoon season. It rained, so it's not hotter than heck right now. And I stopped and I was like, I freaking did it. I did it. I am home listening to the National Wake Up Call Live, sharing with my coaches how inspiring this call is, so that hopefully, right, they're watching live or they're watching later.
So I understand her reasoning is that she had a goal, like, I want to be able to, I thought she more meant she wanted to participate in it, that she wanted to be a guest speaker for this call, because, again, I guess watching it live can be one thing, but watching it a few hours later, especially if you're, like, not wanting to, like, be a part of the chat, I don't even know if there is a chat, maybe there is each morning, but what is arguably the difference between listening to it live at 8 a.m. or you listening to it live a few hours later when you are coming home from work? Because you can still talk to your group about what was talked about in that video. Kind of an interesting thing to have a goal towards. I mean, I guess everyone's different, but just like, I guess they will really say or do anything, no matter how small or big the dream or the goal is, to feel like they have succeeded in their coaching business or their MLM business. But for me, it's interesting that she's like wanting to almost cry about how she was walking her dog listening to this when, it doesn't matter if it's live or not. You can just watch it a few hours later, you're going to get the same information. The information isn't going to change from 8 a.m. to like 1 p.m. It may. I don't know. I haven't watched any of these calls. But I just find that kind of interesting, and it seems like she's very far in. She is very far into the MLM, and she has fallen down the rabbit hole, and she is excited about things that not a lot of people I don't think would be excited for. And I just feel like these, what'd she call them? Like a weekly meeting, we work on holidays meeting. Also, like, couldn't there be a day like she was homesick from work, or maybe she had the day off on a Monday and she could have watched it live? She had to completely quit her job and be able to listen to this on a dog walk for her to feel accomplished. See, that's kind of sad. That's when it becomes, you're putting a lot of emphasis in the MLM and about the words that these strangers are saying to you, and that this is fire and this can really change my business and these are the most motivational speeches that I've ever heard. How different can these videos be every single week on Monday? Like, it's probably just a way to wake up, feel motivated, feel excited about running your business, and then send your 100 messages a day. That's just what it is, probably.
And I'm like, I did it. I did that. I manifested that years ago. I manifested that, y'all, years ago. And it was about, 3 years ago that came to fruition. And I have been watching the National Wake Up Call every Monday morning since then. And sometimes it's those small things. And, it's a dream, right? You're like, man, it would be so wonderful if I could watch this call live. And then I made it a goal. I was like, you know what? It is my goal that I will watch this National Wake Up Call live. And I put in the work to build my business because it's something that brings me so much joy. It brings me so much joy. And now I get to do it. I get to do that. And it's kind of funny when I'm like super excited about a call at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. But y'all, by 8 o'clock in the morning, I've already done my personal development. I've done my gratitude. I've done my vision casting, my goal setting. I've walked the dogs. Like, I've done all these things. So by 8 o'clock, I'm like, I'm ready to rock and roll. Like, let's do it. So I just wanted to share that with you. If there is something that you're like, man, it would be so nice if I could, all you have to do is start working towards that goal. Put it into the universe. Say, universe, I want X. X, right? And when the universe knows you want something in your heart and with passion, it's incredible how you will find the drive to work towards it, how people will come into your life who will inspire you towards it, how you will feel motivated when you're like, how in the world am I feeling motivated to get up early? It's so amazing to me when you put it out into the universe, all the things that will come into your path to help you work towards that dream that is now a goal. And if you open yourself to receive it, it's crazy what can happen. Y'all, when I signed up as a coach, never in my wildest imagination would I think that I would be in this spot. But I knew I had a nudge. I knew there were small things I wanted to work for, and I just never gave up on it.
Oh.
And Church would like to say good morning.
So
we're gonna end this with some choo-choo morning. Yes. Use my kisser face. So if you want something, you can have it. You can have it, friend. You can have it. And I believe in you. I'm here to cheer you on. And side note, strawberry lemon plus lemon is fire.
Bye, Beachbody lady. Okay. Saying that if you just put it out to the universe will give it back to you. You'll see people in certain aspects, maybe about certain things, sure. But in an MLM, the structure, as we know, is not made for that. Like if somebody says, like, I want to be able to quit my job in a year, help me universe, and they do everything they're supposed to do. They reach out to 100 people a day, and they are doing their personal development, and they're even, listening to these Monday calls for motivation, and they are posting consistently on social media for a year, and then they still are not able to quit their job. They have barely ranked up. They have barely signed anybody. Nobody wants to do this because they're like, hey, I don't have that kind of money, or I don't want to join an MLM. That's not for me. They will feel really, really let down, and they will maybe reach out to their upline and say like, hey, I'm kind of like second guessing about this. I worked as hard as I could. And they're like, oh, just keep going. You just have to keep trying and working and more personal development. Read more books. Listen to more videos. That's not going to make people purchase from you. That's not going to make people sign up for you or under you. And, maybe she had this whole thing of this small goal, and it's something that is good for her and something that excites her in her life. It just is very clear that she is very far into the MLM, and she genuinely views the MLM as like her end all be all. It makes her so happy. It's her everything. And she's able to be a part of this call, even though you're not technically, like, I really thought you were going to say, like, I was able to be a guest speaker on this call, but I wanted to listen to it live. I mean, I guess, hey, have a goal. And clearly she had a great job before, so maybe, she had a great savings, and she was able to, leave work and make this coach thing work. A lot of people don't have that luxury, and a lot of people's goals are a lot bigger than just being able to listen to a call at 8 a.m. Okay, so this is the last video we will be reacting to, and this is the one I told you guys. Get ready. It is an Elamir Hun.
That's Big here with my oldest. I want to hop on here because I have a exciting news. I got my box in, and I am about to take my first strip live with you guys. I am actually opting out of taking my 10 milligrams, which is a low dose of Lexapro. I know I posted not too long ago about my...
She is not going to take her medicine. She's not going to take her Lexapro. Instead, she's going to opt in for this yellow strip from this random company that claims that it can help you with all of these things. She's not going to take her prescribed by a doctor medicine, and instead, she'll take a strip from a company.
Struggle, battle, whatever you may say, with anxiety and I'm very, very excited to see what this little baby does. What this little baby does for me. So we shall see. I'm not making any medical claims, but I am so stoked.
By the way, when looking at her Instagram, when I was looking at her hashtags on certain pictures, she was hashtagging mental health, hashtag anxiety, hashtag mental health awareness, hashtag depression. If you're not making medical claims, then what is the point of using hashtags that target specific mental health related illnesses?
See what this little baby does for me. So it is a fruit roll-up consistency. If you have children, or in the past that your mom packed that in your lunch, it is just like that. I'm about to see live with you guys how this is. I am so excited. Okay, I have to be really quick because my dad is waiting on me. I'm taking him to the dentist. So here goes. It's dissolving. Tastes like a fruit roll-up. It's actually pretty tasty. It's actually the tastiest supplement I've ever had.
Well, interesting, because supplements are not meant to be like tasty. Like, you don't take supplements or medicine because you're like, wow, I hope this tastes good. You're like, wow, I hope this helps whatever I need it to help with. You're typically not in it for the taste. I mean, I'm happy that it tastes good to her. That's great. But, yeah, the reason why supplements are not specifically like tasty, I mean, I guess vitamins can be, like the gummy ones. But yeah, supplements are not typically targeted for taste. They're targeted to actually work. Weird.
Not too shabby. I actually didn't know I was going to come live and do this for you guys, but this is exciting.
I mean, is it? What is the point of you doing this live, like putting it in your mouth and talking about it? Is it supposed to work the second that you put it in? You're like, that's it, my depression cleared, my anxiety no more, boom, gone. The second I put this thing in my mouth, it overtakes me and I am now perfectly healed. No, of course you put it in your mouth and just say, this tastes good. Like, I don't know if you thought that, like, it would automatically make you a different person, like you're just morph into a different person. But I don't think unless, like, maybe she did. Maybe the whole point is to talk about, like, oh my god, I feel instantly better. But it's, like, so far just like, this tastes good. Yeah, I don't know what more you expected.
So, it is, like, you can put it on your tongue and it'll dissolve. I have come to realize everything I put on my tongue to dissolve, it goes to the roof of my mouth. So imagine like a fruit roll-up. So it will do the same thing as a fruit roll-up, except the fruit roll-up won't dissolve. So I kind of pushed it up to the top of the roof.
Have you had a Listerine strip before? That's usually what happens. I know I keep like comparing them to Listerine strips. This is the first time I've heard somebody compare it to a fruit roll-up. No, it's not. It's actually not the first time. I have heard other people compare it to a fruit roll-up. So it's like a thicker, gummier consistency than the like more plasticiness of a Listerine strip. But when Listerine strips were a thing, I think mainly when I was in high school, I would put it on my tongue and then immediately it would stick to the roof of my mouth. I don't think fruit roll-ups typically did that. But I haven't had a fruit roll-up in quite a while, so I don't know.
My mouth still dissolving up there because I did push it up there. You can put it sublingual, but it is meant to go on the tongue. But however you want it to dissolve, it dissolves. It's gone. So I will check back in with you guys later. Drop it in the comments or DM me if you want any information on this supplement. I know I've been sharing a bunch in my stories.
How have you been sharing a bunch if this is your first time taking it and you have no idea what it does, and how it is. You've been sharing about it a bunch. You want people to reach out to you about it. Yet this is the first time that you have taken it.
And a little bit on my post, more to come. This is super exciting, and this little strip can honestly help everybody. So,
how do you know? This is your first time trying it. You have no comparison of it. You don't even know if it works. It's been 2 minutes. You did it. You said, this is good. You can keep it on your tongue or put it on the roof of your mouth. This can help everyone. How do you know? How are you able to promote and say that it works for everyone if you don't even know if it works for yourself?
I will check in with you guys later. I hope you guys have a great, fantastic, sunshiny day today. Get out there and enjoy that vitamin D with your friends and family. Be safe, and I will check in with you guys later. My strip is dissolved. This is just... I cannot wait to see the life-changing benefits it has for everybody. The testimonies are rolling in as people get their boxes. Have a fantastic day, guys.
By Elamir Hun. So that was the Elamir Hun, not making any medical claims, but with no other reason besides other people have testimony. She decided that a little yellow strip is much more important than taking her prescribed medication. This is dangerous. This is dangerous for people to be making these claims. And of course they're going to say like, well, this is my own testimony and all this stuff. But it's like, she's more than likely going to say, oh my God, it's helped me feel so much better. I no longer need my medicine. And other people will go to that and believe it and will pay anything to not take certain medications because maybe it makes them feel weird, but they need it. This is a dangerous thing for people to be out here doing, to just make these health claims. I don't think we've had a health-related MLM making all kinds of crazy claims in quite some time since like doTERRA and Young Living, where they are saying, you know, we can cure cancer and all this stuff. And now they're basically saying we can cure anxiety and depression with a fruit roll-up. It's absurd. It's absurd. It's absurd. It just really worries me that there are people out here who just come off so happy and peppy and like their life is so wonderful and amazing all because of one product. Huns will be Huns. But that last one was definitely dangerous, and it scares me that there are probably people out there right now who are not taking their medicine and instead they are falling for this placebo scam. And I just hope that people stop doing that and see through it and understand that it's safer to follow doctor's orders instead of some random person on Instagram telling you that this strip will change your life, because it'll change your life in many ways and probably not for the better like they want you to think. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I actually really enjoyed this. We got to see a lot of Huns doing a lot of crazy Hun things. So if you ever see Huns doing crazy things, send it to me through my email in the link below. But if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really liked it, please subscribe. Let's talk anything and everything anti-MLM in the comments below. And until my next video, I will see you guys then. Bye!